Thank you very much, Paddy. As Paddy said, I'm Karen Bowes and I'm here to present for NDT2, which was a very hard-fought fight for me to present, which I won. Take from that what you want. But I would like to say at the outset that this was a group initiative, my colleagues here from NDT2. And yes, our initiative was to create an online education programme for the management of constipation in adult patients with palliative care needs. And there they are, my lovely group, Tracy, myself, Deborah, Lorraine, Eileen and Aileen. So the background really was where the initiative came from, and the National Clinical Effectiveness Committee developed the guidelines for the management of constipation in adults receiving palliative care. So from this, our group were selected to develop an online education programme for health professionals to support the implementation of the guidelines. So our initiative aim was to improve the management of constipation in adult patients with palliative care needs, and therefore then improving their quality of life, to improve the knowledge of all healthcare professionals through the development of an online education resource, and to support the implementation of the guidelines. So how we went about this, what our approach and our activities were, we've captured this in a snapshot really. But the group reviewed the guidelines and designed a project brief, and that sounds quite succinct, but these are huge documents, so that was in itself was a massive, massive piece of work. From that, we developed expressions of interest, and we're eternally grateful to Kathleen for her advice and guidance to us doing that. When we had that letter developed, we sent that out to different people throughout the island that had experience in using Articulate software on the Institute platform. That sounds like we knew what we were talking about, but we don't. Please don't ask me any questions about that because I don't know what to say. From that, our expressions of interest came back really with the outstanding company being the Northern Ireland Hospice, and they were then awarded the contract for the development of the programme. However, the programme content itself was developed by our team. So our continued activities, whereas we became true best friends with Nuala Connolly, who is the e-learning manager in NI Hospice. In fact, I think she's quite probably bereft now that we will no longer be emailing and phoning and turning up on her doorstep nearly on a weekly basis. We'd regular meetings with her, regular face-to-face meetings and through Zoom. We reviewed the programme content and design as it went along. Nearly every other day we were changing something through it. We did a pilot of it, so we sent it out within our teams, and I was listening to Brenda there, and there was a lot of light bulbs in my office as well. Actually, you've been doing something. I think there was a bit of thought that I was swinging the lead coming down here. So, and we did get really good feedback from each of our teams, which then developed the programme some more. So we agreed in final content and the formatting, and I think we were just exceptionally, I don't know whether it was luck or just the people that we are, that there was no problem with any agreements. We were very inclusive with our agreements. And then it was uploaded to the Institute platform, not by us, but it was uploaded. So a few of the challenges, it was a huge task. The guidelines are huge. Taking the relevant information out of it and translating it over into an e-learning programme, you know, that was tough. Balance of our current roles and involvement in the projects again. And as Paddy alluded to earlier on, the guidelines, they're not just out there yet. So that in itself was a bit of a challenge. Some of the evidence, when we sent the tool out, we did get some responses back to say some of the suggestions weren't currently in practice. But that's okay. So we took that again as a key challenge. They're intended for use in the Republic. Our group at the moment is 75% Northerners. So that again was a little bit of a challenge, as could it be something that we could implement up there in the north. The geographical spread of the NDT, I mean, we were island-wide. So it was just getting together. We met up in Newry, we met up in Lisburn, And then we Zoomed, and to me, Zoom is a challenge all by itself. It worked for some people, it didn't work for everybody. And key challenges, development of IT skills. And for myself, it's not just development, it's talking about it like you know what you're talking about. Our highlights, definitely networking and developing relationships, both within our team and with the wider network. Improved collaboration, working across our different interfaces and jurisdictions. We actually put delivering within our budget as a highlight. We were quite pleased that we delivered within the budget, so we didn't see that as a constraint. We were actually quite proud of ourselves. And we did develop our knowledge of IT and expressions of interest and e-learning. So this is just a 1-minute snapshot to show you what our tool looks like. Okay, so this is just a small section within the...
It's not going to go bigger.
That'll do. No, there's no sound. So this is actually drawn freehand by Nuala, and we give her the different information we wanted. So that displays when you're going through the programme.
That's very clear, isn't it?
It's very good.
It's very good. It's very easy, accessible.
So again, this was all learning for us as well, that the graphics are really quite excellent, and you know we were asking for things, and Nuala was able to produce things that met our expectations. So that's just a 1 minute, and that's obviously in the bit where we talk about lifestyle and positions and... So again, this is just another snapshot, and we can't show this the way it is on the programme, but that's actually like a medicine cabinet, and you can click and open and close the cabinet, and there's a mirror on the front, and you know, so it visually it's very good for those people that are visual learners. You know, there's a lot of interest, and embedded in there at the top it says resources, there's guidelines and different things up in there. So say the programme takes about 40 minutes to complete, and we think it covers all the essential areas. Other challenges that we had was the going live issue, but we have individually been on this morning, and it is there, and it's on the platform, and it's ready to go and ready to be used.
It's free access?
It's free access.
Superb.
That's me. Thank you very much.